Hi, folks. Rick Manning, President of Americans for Limited Government. We have a big fight in Congress going on right now. It's over the spending bill for 2022 really from now until September 30th of 2023. And why this fight is going on is because every single year Congress sets the spending. Not this is the budget. This is what they're actually going to spend and what they're going to spend the money on. And they set that through a series of different things. They used to do appropriations bills and have 13 of them, and that was how they did it. But it's gone by the wayside for the last 10 years, where they do either continuing resolutions or an omnibus, which is basically everything collapsed together. Here's the dirty little secret. There's a fight right now to actually try to impose Nancy Pelosi's priorities for the next 9 months. And that fight is being waged between conservative Republicans and the Democrats and some of the regular everyday Republicans in the Senate. Particularly Senator Richard Shelby is retiring. He's from Alabama. He's the Appropriations Committee chairman, and he has been at the forefront writing most of the appropriations bills of the last 5, 6, 7 years. And what Shelby is doing is he wants to push an omnibus through, which would spend through to October or through September, end of September, and with a lot of different programs in it. And quite honestly, very few people have seen this omnibus that he's pushing. Here's the key. What Shelby's saying is because the House Republicans don't know who's speaker yet because they are in quote unquote disarray, he's doing them a favor by taking this burden off their backs of actually doing their job once they're in the majority to be able to write an actual spending plan. And he's taking that burden off of them, and he's going to just relieve them of that burden. Folks, we didn't elect a Republican majority in the House to have a retiring senator from Alabama relieve their burden by cutting a deal with the Democrats to do the Democrat priorities or write a kind of a legacy bill for himself. That's not what the voters decided. The voters decided they wanted Republicans to take a sharp pencil to what the Democrats had done over the last 2 years. Take a look at the 87,000 IRS agents that are being hired right now and try to cut that number, if not eliminate it. Take a look at the spending, the $10 billion that Biden is promising to give to third world countries for climate reparations through the United Nations. Take a look at that and say, maybe, no, sorry, you're not going to be able to do that. We're not allowing that. Take a look at the subsidies for the various green subsidies that were included in the Inflation Reduction Act and say, we're not doing that, subsidizing the green energy. We're not going to become Germany or Europe in an absolute death war against real energy that ends up causing our people to freeze throughout the winter. They might want to take a look at some of the things the EPA is doing and the Agriculture Department are doing to try to cut the type of fertilizers and the attack on nitrogen-based fertilizers, which would cut our actual production of our food crops by 20 to 40%. In the Netherlands, they did, actually in Holland, they did that. They cut their foodstuffs by 40%. They took fallow land and they took it off of farm production. Why? Because there's an agenda to try to cut farm production dramatically around the world that the environmentalists are pushing, and it's not because there's any environmental concerns. It's because they think there are too many people on this earth, and the best way to stop this is to have less farm production. That's ultimately what the left is trying to do, and so the Republicans might want to take a look at that as they look at the spending bill. So there's lots of priorities. There's lots of things the Republicans should be looking at, and they should be looking at it in March, not in September. They'll look at it again in September, but the first run of the pencil, first time when we sharpen the pencil, we actually do line stuff out. We use the red ink on it and take it right off the spending should be in March. And Richard Shelby and Mitch McConnell and the old bulls in the Senate need to get out of the way, pass a short-term continuing resolution for 3 months to keep spending at its current level, and allow the people who are elected to lead in 2023 to do their job in the House of Representatives. It'll be messy, but we'll figure it out. This is Rick Manning, President of Americans for Limited Government, and we'll be back to you tomorrow.